I just think it's funny that you want to speak about women as a general, but you're not actually a woman. Because
Why can't I have an opinion?
no, you can have an opinion, but
Okay.
I feel like what you feel like you're speaking is you believe is honest facts, and it's not. Every woman is different. We've just realized that in this world, we are not just made to have kids and be a housewife and cook and clean and let you guys go out and get the money
I
and
never said any
be
of
at
that in
home.
that life though. Did
No,
I
I'm
say
just
you're there to
saying,
cook and
you're
clean
saying
and
that
have
if we're
kids? Did I
happy
say
as
that?
single,
No, but
you're saying that we're money
hold on. Don't
hungry,
talk.
but
Don't talk while I'm talking. We take turns in it. Yeah. Did I say any of those things?
I'm not saying you said those things. I'm
So
saying
why would you address me if I didn't say those things?
I'm saying to you, there's a lot of different types of women. I feel like you're speaking about women as a general whole thing. There's
So
some
you
women
are
in this
speaking to me
world.
then. So you are speaking to me then.
I'm speaking about what you have just said.
Exactly.
You're asking
So
if women
and
are happy
exactly.
single,
And
and I'm
what I
telling you,
just said to you is I didn't say those things. I said life is about people and relationships. That's what I said.
yeah, but if you
Now
let me
you've
finish and
turned it to
explain,
women are all different and we don't have to have kids and cook and clean and
we
do
are
that
because it
stuff.
sounds like you're speaking
But I
about it
never said those things
generally.
though.
I didn't say that you said it. I said it sounds like you're speaking generally for women as a whole,
I'm
but
not
there are
speaking for
different types
women.
of women in this world.
I'm sharing my opinion. I'm not speaking on behalf of women. I'm sharing my
I said
opinion
it
on what is
seems
going
like
on.
you are because you're like, oh, 99. I don't think 99% of women are happy as single.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
But that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're speaking about women
How
as
can you?
a whole, the way
No,
you're
no,
saying
no.
it. I'm
I
just saying
don't
the way
know.
you're saying
Sound
it.
like doesn't make sense. I'm telling you my opinion, and
If
you
you
keep
read the
saying it
comments,
sounds like. If I'm
if
telling
you
you
read
my opinion, it's my opinion.
if you read the comments, right, especially
You
on the
don't need to
women's
read the
comments,
comments. We're
it's
speaking
like
together.
that's what you're doing. And all I'm
No,
trying to
it
say
ain't.
is,
It just said, but he can. So what? It's an opinion. Why don't you read the comments? It just said it there.
I'm talking about all the other comments about what you've been saying
Oh,
about
okay.
women are
So
being turned, women are money hungry,
you're selecting the
all of these
comments you
things.
like to read.
I'm not selecting the comments I like to read, but I just want to say, like, just as a woman, we've all just realized it's 2025. We've all just realized there's different purposes in the world for us. We're not all just
Done.
like born
All
like
right.
back in the
So
day to
all
do
right,
them things.
cool. But as a woman, you're a human being, right?
Yeah,
So all women are human beings, right?
yeah.
All right, cool. So if all, let's just say hypothetically, yeah, all women thought like what you're talking about. Oh yeah, our lives are not about having children and getting in relationships. We're just gonna do something else, yeah. How long do you think the human race would last? The
It wouldn't
species of
last long,
humans.
but
How
what
long would
I'm
it
saying
last?
is, it wouldn't last long. But what I'm saying is, there's
So
women
so
that
so
want that, and there's women that don't want that.
I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying is not what really the question of this is why do you think women are happier single? That's the question of this live stream.
I think some are and some aren't. Like you said, with fulfilling like relationship and fulfillingness or whatever, there's different types of relationships that fulfill you. There's people who have dogs and cats. Do you get what I mean? And that's enough for
Yeah, that's
them.
cat ladies. Yeah, cat
Yeah,
ladies.
exactly. The animals, they
What do
love
you
that.
want to
And
be a
that's,
cat lady?
God forbid, I hate freaking cats. I hate them to bits.
Ah, do you want to be
But
a dog mum then?
no, I don't even own one.
So okay, all right. Let me ask you personally. What do you
Yeah.
want to do?
Eventually, I do want marriage and kids. That's my personal preference. But for now in my life, I would rather work on the things that I want than sitting down because what women have done back in the days is just rely on men. Do you get what I mean? Because you're the one that was able to go to work and do these kind of things.
Yeah.
So we've now gotten to places that no, we can be stable as well financially and build ourselves up and then maybe want marriage and kids. Or if we don't want that, then we can find a different route because
Yeah,
we
but
have dreams and families.
biology doesn't work by that timeline though. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Not everyone puts themselves on a timeline.
No, biology puts you on the timeline. You don't. It's nothing to do with your choice. Biology does that. You have
It
a
is to do with
fine.
your choice
Do
because
you
there's
realize? You realize you have a finite a number of eggs inside your body as a woman. Finite.
yes, I understand that. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying, when you
And
choose
you
not
do
to,
realize there's a thing called geriatric pregnancy, right?
yes.
Okay, cool. So that's biology, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
your choice. It's biology.
It's a choice when you've decided not to have them. So there's
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah,
timeline
yeah.
for
Yeah,
you.
it's a yeah. If you decide I'm not gonna do any of that, okay, that's your choice. But I'm saying what you just said is,
Yeah.
oh well, now we don't live in a time where we need men financially because we work. So now women are just like gonna do their career thing for as long as they want to do it, and then when they choose, and then they'll turn to family. But really and truly, you should probably do family when
But
it's
also, if you think
biologically.
about it,
When
science.
you should do family when it's biologically the best time for you to do it.
Okay, but also
I'm not
science has
saying you
given us
can't
a
have the career.
chance.
I'm not saying
Science has
don't have a
given us
career.
a chance that we don't have to go by a timeline too.
Pardon?
Science has given us a chance that we don't have to go by that as well, by a timeline.
What science? What
There's
IVF?
surrogacy, there's freezing your eggs. If you're still healthy and
I
your
hope
womb
you
is
got the money
healthy,
for
you
that
can
because
carry children.
most people
Some
don't
people
have the
might
money
just
to
want
do
to
that.
adopt. There's people who are like fulfilled in a marriage but with no kids. Do you get what I mean? So what would you say about that? That you're together and being intimate, but your purpose isn't to procreate then. So what if now people just decide, okay, I want to be together but not have children?
Yeah, that's a possibility, but more time. Okay, just for your own rough estimate, how many times do you think that would happen, roughly percentage wise? People would be together, like a man and woman would get together, they're sleeping together on a regular basis, unprotected, and they don't have kids.
It doesn't have to be unprotected. If they've made a choice
No,
together
but
not to have
no,
kids,
no, no,
they've
no.
probably made
Don't change
things.
the question. This is my question.
Yeah, go on.
What percentage of those relationships do you think do not bring around children?
Yeah, if you're not being protective, it will do.
Okay, but even yeah, but let's be real. In relationships, yeah, I don't know how many relationships you had, but usually in relationships, when you're sleeping with someone on a regular basis, you're gonna have unprotected. You're gonna do unprotected a lot, especially if you're with them a long time.
Yeah, but
So
then
the
he can
possibility of
do.
having children is very, very high because from when
It
you
is high,
even
but say
a drop can get you pregnant.
it
Yeah.
can. But what I'm saying is, if you've
So
both made a conscious decision, right, to say, okay, cool, we want to be together, but we do not want to have kids. He goes and snips. She maybe takes her womb out or does whatever it's called again, or there's different things that you can keep going doing.
okay,
Do you
but
get
do
what
you
I
think that's
mean?
the majority of people though?
It's not the
Did you
majority, but
think
that's what I'm
okay? Do
saying.
you think the majority of women, or even 50% of women, don't want to have children?
I would say at least 50. Yeah,
You
at least
think
50.
50% of women these days don't want to have
You,
children?
I would say, counting the whole entire world, at least probably it could be a split decision. It could be. I'm not saying it is. I haven't researched
Wow.
it, but I'm
In
saying
this
maybe it
whole
could.
world,
But
bro.
also,
Are you
you men
sure?
do participate in us having certain thoughts. Do you get what I mean? Of not
Why would
wanting
you
to
think
be
50%
in a
of women don't?
relationship.
Why would you think 50% of women don't want to have kids?
I don't. I said it could be probably be a chance, but one
No, but
reason
I'm
it could
asking you,
also
what do
be
you
is
think?
you
I'm asking
men.
you. No, I'm asking for your estimate.
Yeah, you men, like men in general, some men, not a whole majority of men, right? You kind of prove us wrong in so many ways of why we shouldn't be in relationships or trust men or be with you. Because there's times when you get married. Let me just give you a couple of examples, right? There's times that you get married, you are in it, you think they're in it. They could have a double life. They've gone away and freaking cheated or something. Do you get what I mean? Or you've had a baby, they do want to be in it. You've had a baby, but sometimes, like they say, baby brings pressure. He now wants to leave. There's
What?
so many,
Bruh.
like,
First of all, hold on,
there's
hold on,
women
hold on,
that
hold on,
build
hold on,
men
hold on.
up, and
I
then
got to
you
ask you
guys get
this.
rich,
I
and
got to
then
ask
you
you this. I
leave.
got to ask you this because, like, women always paint this narrative of men are always the ones that do something wrong or do something wrong most of the time. So let me
No,
ask you
but you're
this
asking.
thing.
You said
Let me
women
ask you this
want to be
thing. Let me
single,
ask you this
right?
thing because most marriages and relationships are broken up by women most of the time, 80% of the time. So when you say all these things, yeah, it's propaganda, it's
No,
garbage.
I'm
It's not
not
real.
putting
It's
it
not
on
true.
men, but
Listen,
you're
listen,
asking
listen,
why are
listen.
we
Let me
single
ask you this,
women,
yeah.
right?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, yeah. Who do you think cheats more, men and women?
Women.
You think women cheat more? So why
It's
would you
fact.
say if you believe women cheat more? And that's crazy. You would say that. I'm actually shocked you said that. Yeah. Why would you use men prove us wrong to be in relationships because men will cheat if you think that women cheat more? That don't even make sense.
I think women do cheat more. We just don't get caught more than
So
you
that
men
means the
do.
men should
But
cheat on the women
what I'm
because the
saying
women are
is, you
cheating
asked me to
more.
give you examples of why women would rather be single, and a majority of women
You're
do
not even.
feel
Yeah,
like, okay, cool,
you
I'm in a
just ignored
relationship.
what I just said.
I didn't know. I've heard what you said. Yeah, we do. I believe it. I've always believed
So
it.
the men
Women
should cheat
cheat
on
more,
women
but
according
we
to
just get
you.
caught more.
According to you, women cheat more than men.
Yeah,
So
but I feel
if
like men
that's
get caught
true,
more.
then men should cheat on those women because they're cheating anyway.
But you don't know that everyone is not the same. But you
You
asked me
just
a
said you
question.
think women cheat more than men. You just said
But not
it.
every woman is the same. I've never cheated on anyone. There could
Okay,
be
but
like,
but you don't represent all women though,
that's
remember?
what I'm saying. It's not all. But I just say that women do cheat more than men. We just don't get caught. You men
Wow,
get
that's
caught more
crazy. That's
because of
crazy.
like I
I
do
actually
believe
agree with
I'm
you.
a
I
woman.
agree with
I'm not
you.
gonna disagree and say we're not deceptive and manipulative. We are. We work it in many different ways. Do you get what I mean? I'm not gonna disagree with that. But what I'm answering to is you're asking why are women single in a sense? Are we happier
No, I
single?
don't know.
And I'm
You need
saying,
to no. The question was, are women happier single? That's what the question was.
yeah,
That's
and
what it
then
says on the title.
you asked me to give you examples, right, of why I believe, and I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason why most women, not all, a lot of women would say they don't want to be in relationships is because of them reasons. Men as well can come
What,
up and
men
say, yeah.
cheating? You
No,
and
I'm
the
saying
first thing
men
you
cheat
said
and
was men
having,
cheating. Listen, the first thing you said was because men are cheating, but then the next thing
but I
you
gave you
said
two
women cheat
more.
more.
But
So
I gave you two
how
more
could you
reasons
say
to
that
it.
doesn't even make sense? How can you say women don't want to be in relationships when women are cheating more? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Just because I believe women cheat more doesn't mean that men don't cheat as well. I said the reason why women don't want to be in a relationship with men is cheating. If you ask any woman on here, one of them reasons out of the three I gave you is going to be cheating. The same way as well, if
But the
you
women,
ask
but
men,
according
they
to
will
you,
probably put in there as
you
well
know, I'm
saying
only going by
women
what you're
cheat.
saying, you know. I'm going by what you say. You're saying women, they don't want to be in relationships because men cheat. But then when I asked you who cheats more, you said women. How can
Yeah,
that
because
be
that's
the
my
same
own
thing? How can
opinion.
it be in the
But
same space?
you asked me about my own opinion, right? About women cheating, right? That's
Yes, I
my own
know.
opinion. Okay, but I'm talking the other one that you asked me is a general thing. If you ask a lot of women in the world, they will probably tell you it's because a man has cheated on me, they've had a double life, they've done this, they've
But
done
you
that.
said
Do you get
women
what I
cheat
mean?
more. Oh my God. You're
But
just
that's
going
my
round in
own opinion.
circles.
I'm saying if you ask a majority of women in this world why they are happy as single and why they are probably single, it's because men cheat. That's what they will tell you. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying to you, not
Okay.
my own opinion.
You're just not getting it. It's okay. So what's the next reason why then? What was the second reason?
A lot of you men live double lives. It could be some men are in relationships to hide their sexuality.
Oh
They
my God.
a
So
lot of
what?
men do
Oh
that.
my God.
It's not like it's not real.
What? What? Okay. So a lot of women. So now you're saying the second reason, second,
Double
yeah,
life is a lot of things.
is
You can
hold
perceive that
on,
you're
hold
rich, but
on.
you're not
It's
actually rich.
okay. It's
You can
okay.
perceive that
Listen.
you
It's
wasn't married
okay.
before,
Listen. Listen.
whatever.
Listen. It's
Double
okay.
life.
It's okay. It's okay. We're all friends here. Yeah. The second thing you said is the reason why women are happier being single and not being with a guy because they're living double lives and hiding their sexuality.
Yeah. One of the reasons is they hide their sexuality. Some men perceive themselves to be rich. They're not rich. You came to a woman, like you probably came to a
No,
woman who
I want
is
to get on the
a 10 who
sexuality
has all
part.
her things together, and you want to
Yeah.
seem like you have all your things together, but you actually don't. Do you get what I mean? There's men who have been married before and have kids, but when they come with a woman, they act like, oh, that's never happened before. But you're secretly spending Christmas telling me it's a business trip or something, and you've gone over to your other family.
You do realize when you confess that you think that women are cheat more than men. You said women are better manipulators.
Yeah.
So when you're saying all of this stuff that men are living double lives, then that means surely women must be doing the same kind of stuff as well.
That I can't speak on. I'm not gonna lie. All I said is, I don't know if women live double lives.
Oh, so you only know that men do this, but women don't.
We've
You
had
don't have
more
no clue
stories
that women
on
do
men
this.
who do that than women.
So
There's more
so women
stories
don't
out there
hide
of men
any.
who do
So
that
so
than
in your
women.
opinion, women don't hide any negative kind of like habits or
I would
addictions
say
or
we
behaviors.
hide
They don't hide
things, but
nothing.
it's never really like, oh, I've had a whole baby, and it's not common, if
No,
that
I'll
makes
tell you
sense.
what women hide. No, let me tell you. I'll tell you what women hide. They'll hide how much bodies they've got. They'll hide their history, their past. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
say they would hide a
So
family.
really and truly, you could say yes. That, and I'm not saying you're wrong. There are guys that they're gonna sell a dream of, oh yeah, I've got everything together. Yeah, I can take care of you and blah blah blah. Or maybe they got a girl somewhere, or they got kid, and they're not saying they got a kid. Yeah, I agree with you. That happens. Yeah. Or maybe they're hiding their sexuality. Yeah. But at the same time, I would confidently say that most women will hide their past. Their past is gonna go to the grave with them. Nobody's gonna know all the scummy things they've done, and they're definitely not gonna tell their man. Definitely not. It's not happening, fam. And it's not until it blows up in the man's face that that's when the man finds out exactly who he's dealing with, bro.
That's
Because this
right.
is the thing: women care about what the man's potential and what he can do. Like women care about a man's future potential. Men care about a woman's past. Do you get it?
Yeah,
So
but why
if
does
if
the
women
past matter
hide
more
their
than the
past, it's
future?
just as bad in a man's eyes.
But
Gone.
why does your past matter more than your future?
Because
If
we
that's
don't
what
want to
you're
be with a
building
woman that's
towards.
been the town football.
But okay, I don't
That's
know.
why.
Say
What?
you've never, what's it called? Maybe she lived in a different country. She came here. It's a whole new life. She don't know no one. You don't know anyone that like she knows. Do you get what I mean? You don't mix. You don't. She don't know your friends. Yeah, but in another country,
But
she.
don't make it better, fam.
No, but I'm saying, why would it matter in a sense if that's someone that brings all the attributes that you probably want, right, in a woman, but just because she bagged 100 guys, you're like, oh, okay, no, but she can cook, she can clean. You still think the pom pom is great. She does this,
It
she finds
doesn't
the
matter.
clothes, she makes you
Oh my,
food for
you don't
lunch.
understand men. You don't understand men. You really don't understand men. It doesn't matter if you was a bop in America and now you come to London. It don't matter, bruv. You're still a bop.
But that's what I'm saying. You're gonna lose out on someone
No,
who's
I'm not gonna.
actually
I'm gonna
good.
lose out on somebody who's been throwing their box around. That's okay. I'm
But
cool
why
with
does
that.
it only matter about that but not anything
You know, the
else?
world is a small place. You know, the internet made the world a small place. And you're saying an extreme. You're actually talking about an extreme. Oh, maybe she came from Nigeria and now she's in London, bruv. Yeah, okay, yeah, but most of the time you're gonna meet people that are from the same city as you, or at least the same. You get me, region.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more often than not, yeah, if she has been throwing box around and she's got mad mileage, probably the chances are it's gonna be in the vicinity. And the chance of you getting embarrassed is high. Guys don't want to be embarrassed, bro.
So
Guys,
it's a pride
guys
thing.
can
It's a
take a
pride
lot of.
thing.
Listen, guys can take a lot of crap from women. When a guy likes a woman, he can take a lot of crap from her, bro. She can be rude, she could be demanding, entitled, delusional, all of that stuff. But one thing guys don't like is if she is slept with loads of other guys, bro. Guys don't like that.
Yeah, so it's just a pride thing.
It's not a pride thing. It's about
Yes, because you said you don't want to
exclusivity.
be
It's
married.
it's not a
You don't want
pride
to be
thing.
embarrassed.
Bro. I'm sorry. You can ask any guy. I don't know if you have brothers, uncles,
No,
whatever.
I get
Yeah?
where you're coming
Ask
from, but
them.
I'm saying it is
Ask them.
genuinely then just a pride thing because you said you don't want to be embarrassed and you don't want to one day bump into someone that she probably knows and they've done a thing and you look maybe
I'd be
stupid
embarrassed in myself.
or
Listen, before I even come outside the house, I'd be embarrassed already, bro. Do you get it? It's not even about seeing other guys. I'm already feeling like raw, like she's just sleeping around, like. Because remember, and another thing you got to remember, because a lot of times women will be like, oh yeah, but if men do it, then there's no difference when women do it. Yeah, there is a difference because
no. I believe
not
there's a
every.
genuine
I'm not
difference
saying you
because
said
a
that.
woman is your inside and a
I'm
man
not.
is a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? Because a
It is
woman can,
different.
you personally, you right now, you could go out, find a guy to sleep with in the next 5 minutes, easy. Like most guys can, 99.9% of guys can't do that. Yeah, so it's different. So when a woman's thrown her box around and got mad mileage, it shows she didn't really respect herself, bro. She was just for everybody. She was for the streets. Is that somebody who you really want to wifey up and potentially, let's say you end up having a kid with them? Now that's the mother of your child, bro. Some bop. Like, come on, man. Like, no sensible guy is gonna be happy
No,
with.
I get you guys' perspective, yeah, but also put it in a sense, yeah, because a relationship is a relationship, right? An intimate one is boyfriend and girlfriend. Put it in a friendship one, right? Cool. You're friends with someone that's done a lot of felonies, right? They've done their time. Whatever's happened has happened, right? And they come out, but people are still like, it still happens now. People perceive them to still be who they think they was probably 10 years ago, but that's not who they are now. They've reformed, they've changed, they've made actual inside and outside improvements probably to reflect that they are a whole new person, a different person who's taken a new leaf of life. Would you still neglect that friend?
Huh?
Would you neglect that friend?
If I was already friends with them when they was doing crime, then why would I neglect them now that they've reformed? That doesn't
Okay,
make
but
sense.
but this is a new friendship. This is a new friendship, right? But you haven't known all of them things about them before. You've built them on
Oh, so I made
like
friends with
they've helped
somebody.
you out, they've done this for you. Duh, 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 duh.
Oh, so
Because
you're
before you
basically
know a
so.
girl has slept with this many people, right? You've gotten to know her before you've gotten even to that conversation, right? Because you've probably gone on 2, 3 dates for you to be now comfortable to go be like, oh, how many people have you slept with?
Bruv, nah, man. I don't care how many we went on 3 dates. Now I find out that she slept with 300 willies, bro. Like, nah, bro. I
But
don't
would
care.
you lock off
We can't be anything serious, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You might as well have just been selling box. You might as well have just been selling it, in my opinion.
But that's what I'm saying. Would you write off a friend that you've met that's done good for you, right? And then 3 to 6 months down the
Depends
line,
depends
you
their
find
crime,
out what
innit?
they've done.
Depends what crime they went down for.
Great.
Well, if it was that, then boy, I don't know. I wouldn't really want to be around someone that does that, to be
But it's
honest.
been 10 years since they last did it.
I don't
So you're
care. I don't
saying,
care if it's 10 years, bro. What do you mean, bro?
but
Like,
you'll think about you. But you're saying you don't know, so you'll think about it.
no,
But for a
I say I
woman,
don't know, but I do know, really. The answer is no. I don't want to be around people like
all right,
this.
okay, that's something I want to understand because I feel like sometimes with people they give more grace to friends than relationships. They'll tolerate more BS from a friend than they would give in relationships,
I
and
hear
I
that.
feel like
That's true.
sometimes that's what pulls a lot of like relationships apart because it's like you hold more value and weight on someone that's already like been your friend. Do you get what I mean? Than
Yeah, I
someone
agree.
who is something else to you, but they both
Yeah.
bring different parts of your life together. So what I'm saying is like for us women, we're happy. Some of us are happy being single because there's a lot of situations in life that has been brought up, right? That we're like, okay, like that you've probably been through, and you're like thinking to yourself, okay, maybe what I might step back. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this
Okay,
at the
cool.
moment.
But the
And
thing that
also, there's
yeah,
just the
but you
things
see
that
my
you see
response to
online
that,
at the
yeah.
moment, right? You think, oh my god, if someone can do that to their wife and da 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 da, imagine being in a new relationship and someone does that to me. You back off. You come close because you're more happier being making your own money, building your family relationships, building your friendship relationships because they bring you that joy and
Okay, let me ask you
fulfillment.
this. Let me ask you this, yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's say you're a young woman, yeah? You've had your first relationship. The guy cheated on you. Like, he just cheated on you. You didn't do nothing wrong, he cheated on you, yeah? Boom. So does that mean that like now she should stop dating and just be single forever?
Experience that was literally my first
Because of her
relationship.
experience.
Yeah, no, that was my first relationship, right? I'm gonna say experience. No, I'm genuinely a love person. I love love. I love seeing people happy. I love people being in love, and I genuinely
Okay,
do
so
want that as an
if that's
end
what you
goal.
believe, then what you just said prior to that is irrelevant because everybody goes through bad experiences
Yeah, but
in
I've also
relationships.
taken a
Everyone
step
does.
back. I've
men
taken
and
a step
women.
back.
Now listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone has bad experiences. If we just live our lives based off of the potential, the risk of having a bad experience happen in the future, you wouldn't get anywhere. You would never move forward because you'll be living in fear.
Yeah, but that's a lot of women at the moment because we've had them experiences. Like, yeah, okay, I've been in 2 other relationships since that has happened, right? Cool. Other things has like gone on. It wasn't cheating, but it does make me step back and like look at things in a different perspective and be like, you know what? Maybe like not blaming just the guy. Maybe sometimes us women need to look within and be like, maybe I need to step back and maybe look at myself and change certain aspects of myself as well. Do you get what I mean? Maybe before I get into something else, or maybe them 3 relationships
Hold on. I got
is
someone in the
enough.
chat said, not you talking about moving forward. What do you mean by that, B? If you got something to say, jump on the call, innit? Yeah? Yeah. Jump on the call. But anyway, oh yeah, when you just said you can't forgive a woman for her past, it's not about I don't forgive her. I'm just saying I don't want to be with her. It's not about forgiveness. I don't want to be with someone that slept with loads of guys. Simple as that. I don't see where why is it a man is not allowed to have standards, bro? A man should have standards. Women have standards, men have standards. It's
We
not
should
about
have that.
forgiveness. It's about what I want for my life, the kind of person I want to be with. It's simple as that.
No,
Like
which is
the hell.
valid.
But
Which
anyway,
is
go on.
valid. But yeah, I feel like a lot of women see them things like separately. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm saying, right? 3 relationships. One was cheating, and I tried it again, and I tried it again, right? I've taken a step back to evaluate myself and to evaluate what went on in them relationships as well. Do you get what I mean? And think, let me protect myself now and just hold myself until I feel like I am now with the right person again, because I don't want to deal with that kind of hurt again. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but
And there's some
my
women that
response
go
to
through
that,
that
yeah,
though. But wait, there's women that
my
go through that
response
and
to
don't
what
want to
you're
try it ever again.
my response to what you're saying is that this, yeah, a lot of times, yeah, women will pick the same type of guy over and over and over again.
Some
Some, yeah.
learn,
Let's
some
say
learn.
some. All right, just
Yeah.
to be politically correct, yeah. Because what I've noticed, women tend to find the same kind of qualities and things attractive about the same type of men.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And those particular type of men are usually the ones that cause the most problems for you lot.
Facts. So some
So
of us,
if you
yeah, we
keep
do
going,
that.
so what I'm getting at is, if you're going for a certain type of guy, why do you think you're going to get different results when you're going for the same type of guy?
But also, there's people that have tried a different type of guy. Maybe someone younger than them. Maybe someone a bit more nerdy because they always go for a bad guy. Do you get what I mean? And sometimes, right, when you go for that mid ugly guy, because they feel like, okay, I've got someone, right? They've got their first maybe like bad girl or like just a good looking girl by their side, right?
Most
Some of
girls are
them get
average, man.
no, I'm just saying, like, for
Most
some,
girls are
like, so
average. I
some
think
guys
they're
that have
bad.
never had girls, do you get what I mean? Just like really bad kept men, not even ugly, just unkept men, do you get what I mean? That aren't their normal standard, right? But because they have tried their, like, what's it called, their average type so much, they thought, you know what, let me give this one a go, right? And some of them can even still do the same thing because they've gotten the ego now, like, okay, if I can get her, yeah, that means I can get someone else, and then I can get someone else, and it builds onto that, and that becomes your
So what you're
ego
saying,
because you've gotten that one.
these quote unquote nerdy guys, yeah, that have been blessed to get this bad baddie now, yeah. Now they start feeling themselves, and then they go and cheat with another baddie. Is that what you're saying?
So I said, yeah, in some cases, you will
I
try
don't think
someone
that.
who isn't
No,
your
I don't think
type,
that happens. So
and it
you think a
happens.
guy? Listen. You think a guy who's just a flat 5, yeah,
Yeah,
or 4, he gets an 8, and then he gets gassed. Oh yeah, I got this 8. So, and she's been a perfect girlfriend for me. Now I'm gonna go and try and get another 8. Do you think that happens?
it does happen. I'm not saying it happens a lot, but
Right.
there's a percentage that it does happen.
Right. I'm sure it does happen, but the amount of
But
times it's
also, what
happened,
I can
the
say
amount of
is,
times
yeah,
that actually happens in real life, I don't think it's even worth talking about.
no, fair enough. But what I can also say, yeah, it
So why
also
are we
comes
talking
with
about it
people's.
then?
No, but I gave you an example, right?
But
But
it's
I
a
also
bad
believe
example
certain
because that is
things.
not going to happen.
No, but I'm saying, but in a certain way, yeah, as well. Certain things are people's just general intent. Do you get what I mean? Someone can look at you and want to just be manipulative and tell you all the things that you want to know and what you want to hear, because they feel like, okay, this girl is maybe a serious girl, right? And all she wants is another serious guy, and they can feed into you and tell you all of them things, right? And do you get what I mean? It goes left because it's your intent. So it could be a nerdy guy, it could be a homeless guy, it could be anyone. Do you get what I mean? Any type of guy, any kind of
Anyone can
caliber.
do anything.
But
What
it's
you're
your
saying goes
intent
both
of what you've
ways.
seen from that person and what you want to, at the end of the day, say what you want from them, what you want to accomplish. It can
It
be
goes
any
both ways.
person.
It goes both ways. It goes
Yeah, for
both
both.
ways.
Yeah, for men
So
and women.
why
Yeah.
is so? But I'm asking you, especially for women, because remember you came at the start and said, "Ah, you gonna talk for women?" So I want you to talk for in general women. And when you generalize, we're talking about the majority, not the minority. We're talking the majority of cases.
Go on, I'll
Right?
try.
So in a majority of cases, this is what I think. This is my theory, right? A lot of these women who say that they're happier being single are they're not being real, they're not being honest, they're not happy single. Yeah, they will be happier to have somebody there, a partner. Yeah, because you're a human being and we're social creatures, we're community creatures. We're not lone wolves, right? And I think that in conjunction with what you were saying, I think a lot of women, they will pick the wrong type of guys based on superficial things, like the guy's attractive, he's tall, he's got money, blah blah blah. Maybe he's criminal, got that criminal element there, whatever, right? These guys do what is expected, which is mess these women up, and then they do this cycle a couple more times, and now they feel like, oh, all men are cheaters, all men are abusive, all men are this, all men are that, and it's just not true.
Yeah, no, it's
And
not.
I think that most women ignore the vast majority of men that would probably be happy to be with them and be nice to them and treat them like with respect.
No,
That's what I think. That's what I honestly think.
I can agree with you to some level because, like I said, yeah. Okay, you don't want to see the minority, but like there is people out there that are okay with just family, friends, and themselves. There is, and their cats and dogs. There really is. Like they can be genuinely happy with that, and I can't
Yeah,
see.
until they get old and then they don't have the option no more. Because it's all well and good when you have the option. It's all well
Yeah.
and good when you have the option, but when you don't have that option no more, it's a different life you're living, man.
No, that's true. But what I can also say, responding to what you just said, right? I feel like at the end of the day, it's just a thing where it's. Oh, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
No, it was the last bit. What was your last bit that you said?
I said that what about the having children, and I said when you have an option and when the option's not there no more.
No. Before I inputted you, it was no. When you're saying about a woman, like yeah, so women wanting like inside genuinely not actually wanting to be single and stuff like that, right? And
Yeah.
probably go for the same people. And there's some men out there that want them, but they haven't actually found that, they haven't met them. Do you get what I mean? I feel like as well, some of us women do get in our way of that percentage happening because we are so sometimes stuck up on, oh, we want this guy to be taller than me and we want him to look this type of way and dress this type of way and stuff like that. But we also don't end up seeing all the inner surfaces of them because we're just so stuck on the actual full appearance of them. Do you get what I mean?
God
And there's a
bless
lot of women
you.
out there, but I feel
Finally,
like
a
that
woman has
comes
come out and
with
kept it
growth.
real. Finally, a
Comes with
woman has
growth.
come and kept it real. I'm very proud of you. Well done. That was the realest thing you said this whole conversation.
But I think that comes with growth though, because you're gonna keep learning that at the end of the day, yeah, there's guys out there who have been nice to me before, that have done everything I've asked for. Just because they weren't my appearance type doesn't mean they're not my like type when it comes to emotional intelligence, this and that, that and that. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, sometimes we do miss that. But then, like I just said, there is some women who are genuinely happy with just their family, their friends, and their cats.
Yeah, and I'd say that's probably what, 10%?
Probably, yeah.
But what's the point talking about 10%?
Because there's more of us to come.
There's more of you to come.
There
Oh
could be
my
more
God.
to come.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because of what you said earlier, because a lot of you women think that you're better than the guys that you're actually evenly yoked with. I used to do a show. Listen. A couple years ago, I used to do a podcast show, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I always used to ask the women. I used to have women from all different walks of life, backgrounds, and that. And I always used to ask them, "Do you think the majority of average women are attracted to average men?" And you know what? Every time the women said no.
Mm-hmm.
But you're all average, though.
Facts.
How can like it's actually nuts? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, women will reject guys who are actually the perfect match. And those guys will probably be happy to be with you because most guys are not getting boxed like that anyway. Real talk. Don't ever let the internet gas you up or whatever. All these guys are getting girls. Every guy is just going out getting girls. No, they're not, bro. They're not.
No, it's just like this guy just said, yeah, we're all full of lust, to be honest, at this point. We kind of are, because we're just seeing the physical appearance.
But listen. This is the thing. Women just keep ignoring. The majority of guys are not getting girls. You lot always seem to just forget that, and that's very important to remember that. So if you acknowledge that the majority of guys are not getting girls, if you acknowledge that the majority of average women think they're better than average men, then you will know that if you get with a man that maybe not the best looking, maybe not the tallest, maybe not the richest, but he's decent and he actually is nice to you, that guy's probably gonna be nice to you indefinitely, bruv. Because he's not getting girls like that anyway, and then he's gonna look at you as raw, like this is a decent girl.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose her.
But a lot of
most relationships are ended by women. What? You're gonna argue this? Go on.
I think it depends on the situation.
No, bro. Most marriages are ended by women. Everyone knows
can I
this
say,
thing.
it's just, I think it's like just how you perceive. If you are on social media, yeah, and you're looking like you are getting a lot of girls, and that girl that feels like, okay, you know what, like, I do like this guy, I want to like maybe make it serious, but because you think they're getting so much girls, you don't want to approach that person because maybe that's not something that you want for yourself. Do you get what I mean? But it's the same thing as like, there's girls like, what's it called? I saw something on TikTok and it's like a lot of guys, pretty girls, a lot of guys thinks that a lot of pretty girls are taken or being spoken to just because they are pretty. But a lot of them are like, no, we're just in bed. Like, we're just laying down. We're taking a nap. We're reading a freaking book. Like, we just don't get moved to. So it's a lot of things of perception. It's a lot of things of perception. Because
Shut up, man. Get out of here, bro.
Like
I'm not hearing
a good-looking person,
bro,
even if you're average.
Yo, I'm not hearing, bro.
You think they're taken by some fine 6'8" man?
When attractive like people try to come out with some sob story, bro, I'm not hearing it, fam. You won the genetic lottery. And you're trying to talk some sub story. Oh, please feel sorry for me. You know, guys are not giving me attention. Do you want to know why? Because most of the time, number one, most women that are 8 and above out of 10, they're monetized. They're doing some kind of using their looks for monetary gain in one way or another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Hold on, I've got to do that verify thing. What the hell? Hold on one sec. Alright, cool. So most of these girls, they're trying to use their looks for monetary gain. They only date rich guys, so they're gold diggers, or they're selling box, or they're doing OF, which is selling box as well.
All of them are, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like, so I don't feel safe, but no, I can't feel bruv.
No, but like,
guys don't meet us because guys know, we know where we stand, like.
But do you
Guys are
acknowledge
very
that
realistic,
there is girls
and those girls are going to be the most picky, and they're probably unattainable anyway. So guys usually go for 6s and 7s, but mostly, even the really attractive guys go for 6s and 7s predominantly, maybe some 8s as well.
Okay, but let's go back to that, right? Cool. Some of you men go for 6s and 7s, maybe max, right? Why do you cheat with them girls though that are unbearable and selling books and doing that? Because you want
what? Ask that again.
A lot of you men want to go for 6 and 7s, right? Because like
No, they
They are
don't want
more.
to. They just have to.
We don't have to though. We've all got choices. Do you get what I mean? If you want to go for a 10, go for a 10. You just have to
Yeah,
do
but
what their
like most guys
requirements
can't.
are.
You're not. You've
You have to do with
forgotten
their
most guys are not.
requirements.
You've forgotten most guys are not getting girls. You've forgotten that.
No, but I'm saying,
So now,
right?
why? If most guys are not even getting girls, how are they going to start going for tens? That doesn't even
No,
make
but what I'm saying is,
sense.
yeah, if you're going for sixes and sevens or probably fives, yeah, it's because of like the
Not me though.
not you,
I do all right.
like some guys, right?
I do all right. Still, I can't even complain.
Like,
Still,
no,
yeah,
it's
Jim
like
Shark.
they're going for them because it's like, oh, she listens to me emotionally. She does this. She can cook. She can clean. Like if we bear kids together, I know she's going to stay. She's going to look after them. She's going to nurture them. She's going to do all of the things that, of course, like makes to build a home. Do you get what I mean? But some of you, and I'm not going to lie, I have seen it. Yeah, some of you men will be with them women, right? But go cheat with the eights, the nines, the tens. So in a sense, it's the reason why you're not with eights, nines, and tens is because you don't want to deal with their requirements, or some men can't deal with their requirements, or they don't have the funds to be in that requirement. But they would actually rather be with that girl, yeah, who is willing to be tied and blindfolded during, intimacy, and still be able to whip up a good freaking ravioli or something in the kitchen. Or do you get what I mean? But
All right, let me.
because,
I'm gonna say something that's controversial. Yeah, that a lot of women listening are gonna hate this, but it's the truth. Yeah,
God,
you see, guys. Yeah, like the way we love is different, innit? Yeah, because I could be with a girl that's a 6 and love her, and just what you said, she
no, I
cooks
know
for
what you're gonna
me.
say.
She's ride or die,
No.
reliable, consistent, and I'll do all those things for her. Yeah. And I'm not saying this is a good thing, what I'm gonna say, but
I
it's
know what you're
true.
gonna say.
You
Go
know
on.
what I'm gonna say. And
Go
I
on.
love that girl. I wanna have kids with her. I don't want to ever lose her. But I might see that 8, bruv. Yeah? And I just wanna stick my meat in that 8, bro. Yeah? Cause she's an 8. She's an 8 on the eyes, bro. Like. Now that doesn't mean I don't love my 6. It's just I wanna smash that 8. Do you get what I'm
But now
saying? Now
you
I'm not
put
saying
someone
that's
else.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's what those guys that actually are capable of doing that. That's
Yeah.
how they feel. But again, this is the point. Most men can't even do that. Most guys can't even get that 8. How are you gonna get that 8? Unless you are like a top 10% attractive guy, or you have the money,
Yeah.
because those women are monetized. Remember, unless you got the money or the looks to get that woman, which most guys don't. Why are we even having this conversation? We're talking about the exceptions.
But then also it goes back to like saying, right, when you're with a guy that's probably like a 5 or 6, and say the woman is probably an 8, right?
Say that again, sorry.
So this kind of goes back to like saying a guy is a 5'6", but you're an
Yeah.
8 as a woman. You've lowered your appearance factor to suit, because this guy has a lot of attributes that you want in a partner, right? Cool. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's kind of like the same backwardsness, because at the end of the day as well, that 5'6" as a man, right, could one day be in a club or certain setting, right, and there's an 8, like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, get your thoughts
Yeah,
together.
wait.
Yeah. Let's hear this. I want to hear this. Go on. Did you think
Yeah,
about what you were
yeah, no,
saying?
hold on. Yeah, no, I did. No, so this is what I'm saying. Yeah, you're the first. So when I said, right, like a guy that's ugly gets a baddie, right, and then he starts acting a certain type of way. Cool. So now, yeah, he's now in another intimate area, right? He's met an 8 who has kind of got the same personality traits that his wife does, right? Like she's an 8, but she's not so self-centered. She doesn't care about the money because she's probably got her own money and all of them things, right? Because there's 8s that are like that. Not all 8s just want the rich guy or something like that. Some 8s are there, they've got their own money and they're doing well for themselves, right? There's some there. Cool. So now this, but no, there's some there.
Okay.
You have to acknowledge that there is some there. There is some. There is.
Blood, we're talking about
No,
exceptions
but I'm saying
again.
I'm flipping the book. Like you said, I'm flipping the book though. And then they do the same thing because now they've been able to catch like another 8, right? At the end of the day, like what I'm saying, it is all selfishness and all superficial stuff because you're willing to put someone that you're saying that you do love and you did see a future with and all of them things that you do love her, even though you just smashed an 8, yeah? And you're still gonna go back to her and pretend that you're the perfect husband and all of that, knowing that you've just done that all because of something that was superficial, just because you saw her appearance and it was appealing to you.
Okay, what's your point?
My point is, yeah, you men say that you do want the 6 and the 7s. So why don't you originally just go
No, the
for
man,
the
bro. No,
8s
no,
who
men,
are
men, men,
wait. Why don't
men.
you just go for the 8s though that are out
Because they're
there who are
monetized.
that aren't monetized? There is some out there that aren't monetized who
What?
do get their own money.
Bruh.
There is some out
Bruh, if
there.
we let's go
Because there's a
we could
lot of
go on
models who
Instagram.
have money. They are
Let's go,
beautiful women, but they
bruh.
go with men of their caliber, right? With rich men as well, because that's their caliber. That's who they are. They're models. They've been acknowledged. They're pretty girls. But there's some of them as well that do date because they don't want a lot of people. There's some girls that who are
What,
very
what,
more.
what? 50% of them, yeah.
Yeah, but why don't you guys go for
No, but
that?
I'm asking. No, okay, cool. Yeah, but this is the whole reason why men don't see them as a viable option. Like, so you're saying there are 8s that are, they don't care about a man's looks and they don't care about man's money. They just want a guy to be a 5 or a 6 and they're just happy with that. Okay, then. What, what, how, like, that is that minority, yeah, is just not even worth talking about.
No,
If
but what?
we could go on Instagram. How many of these women, all these hot women you see on Instagram, how many of them do you think are just okay with being with a guy that's a 5 or a 6 and he's not rich? How many of them?
There's not a lot, but what I'm saying
So why
is,
are we
yeah,
talking about
you're okay to
all
do
you do is talk
something
about exceptions.
selfishly, but for someone that you say you love, you don't love them then.
Yes, you do.
You
You don't
don't. Cheating
understand
isn't
guys. You don't
love.
understand guys. You don't understand guys.
No,
The
because
fact that the fact that I've committed to listen. The
but
fact
what
that I've
happens when
committed to
there's
you.
girls that say
The
to
fact
you,
that
yeah,
I've
when
committed. Do you okay? Do you think, yeah, that if a man sleeps with a woman, like, do you think that holds weight to men? Do you think that holds weight in a man's life? Oh, this is a woman I slept with her, so like that's a
but it
serious.
holds a certain weight though, that's the thing. Do you know, no, let
No.
me come
What
back.
do you,
Let me come back
okay?
to that.
What do
Let
you
me come
think
back
is
to
more
that. Hold on.
important? What
Because
do you
there's
think
women
is
out
more
there. No,
important?
but there's also women
Listen,
out
listen,
there,
listen,
right? Go
listen,
on.
listen, because you're confusing it. What do you think is more important? A guy that is committed to you, that's gonna build an empire with you, family with you, a legacy with you, or a man that just sleeps with you on a random one night stand? What do you think is holds more weight? What's more important?
A
What's more
holds more
significant?
weight, but for me, it holds more weight when you're not cheating too.
That's not the question I asked you. I asked you a clear question. Which
That
holds
holds
more
more
weight?
weight. That holds more weight.
So the man committing to the woman and building with her and having kids with her and being with her, that holds more weight, yeah?
That holds more weight.
Okay, cool. So there
Okay,
you
can
go.
I flip it now? Can I flip it
You
now?
can flip it to every
Okay,
little
cool.
thing you
Again,
want, guys.
there's women out there, right, that do cheat, that are married, they've got their husband, they've got their kid. Again, they love their husband very dearly, the same way that you love your wife very dearly,
Nah,
5 and
I don't
6,
believe women
right?
do the same
But
thing.
hold on,
No,
hold on,
no,
hold on,
no.
right? And they don't put emotion, they don't put sex to emotion, right? They don't put sex to
That's
emotion.
a bop.
They don't want to live
And
with.
that's
They
why
don't
you
want a
don't get
marriage.
with
They
a
don't
woman
want
with a
this and
high
that.
body
Yeah.
count.
So why? But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying with you men.
Only a
Why
woman
can't
that
it? Why
only a
can't that
woman with high
apply?
mileage can do that. Only a woman with high mileage can
No,
do
but
that,
what? Okay,
bro.
but what? Hold on, right? You've been with someone, yeah. So probably from 16, yeah, 16 to say, I don't know, you're 30 something now together, right? Only man she's ever been with, because this is a reason as well. Marriages can break up, right? Because some women have not been able to sexually explore themselves. Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
be a bop, you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Or it doesn't have to be that far, though. It doesn't have to be that far. Do you get what I mean? But because they've just dealt with you, that to them is satisfying, right? So my man can have a tiny, eeny, peeny, pinky finger, yeah. But because that's what they've always been used to, they are satisfied to that, right?
Yeah.
One day they've seen a wood, a big wood, yeah, that's wide and everything, right? And they thought, you know what? Yeah, I've always been used to freaking, you know,
Yeah, I
little
get it. Yeah.
little shrimp. And like, do you get what I mean?
How's she just
It's
gonna
not because
see?
you
How's
like
she
him.
just gonna
It's not
see
because you
his
want a
willy?
relationship with
Hold on,
you.
hold on, hold on.
It's just
How's
sex.
she just gonna see his willy? How's she gonna just see it?
It
How's
could
she
be,
gonna
I
see
don't
it?
know, it could be from anyway.
What do you mean anyway? What do you mean?
Like, okay, cool. Like, you know how some women don't like men wearing a grey pants or something, right?
Oh, the print. You talk about the
Yeah, maybe
print.
you saw the print and maybe they're actually attractive and you just said, hi, whatever. You asked a couple of questions. You seem a bit
Oh,
enticed.
is that what you do? You see what is that what women do? You see a guy's willy print in his grey tracksuit, then you start saying, "Oh, how you doing? How you doing over there?"
I'm saying, or maybe it's a friend that you've had for a long time. They've probably always had feelings for you. You've never acknowledged it, and you know what they're packing, and you went
Wow,
there. But
this
it's
is
nothing as
all
well emotionally.
this is all bop talk
Because
right now.
there's
Bop
women
talk.
that
Listen,
do
listen, listen.
that
It's
say that
bop
are not
talk.
emotionally attached to
So get to your point.
sex.
What's your point then?
My point is, yeah, why is it an exception for you men to say that I can love you and still cheat on you? But if a woman says, I love you, but I cheated, it's not acceptable.
Because we're both human beings, but we're not the same, bro. Yeah. The way we operate, the way we think is complete. Even the things that we look for in each other are not the same. And that's it, bro. We're different, fam. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
If a woman, and in your example, yeah, you'll
Yeah,
say the woman, all the woman
it
knows.
is double
Hold
standards.
on, hold on. Let me finish.
No,
Let
I
me
was
finish.
reading the comment.
Let me finish. The woman only knows her little willy husband. That's the only willy she's had,
Yeah,
and she's satisfied with that because that's all she knows.
yeah.
Right? Like, how would she because she's only been with her husband, they're gonna have such a physical sexual bond that she emotionally would not be able to just go and sleep with another guy. Women are more emotion centered. How do you make them feel? You get what I'm saying? Like, she wouldn't be. It would be against her own circuitry to go and sleep with another guy because that's not what she does. She only knows her husband. They have that
Okay,
deeper connection. Now,
okay. She's out. She's
on
drunk.
the other end, hold on the other end of the spectrum, if you're going with just a typical girl out there that's been sleeping around since she was flipping 18, now she's 20, 28, and now she's just been sleeping around all the girls' trips, all the Afro nations, all the Miami and Dubai, and she's just been out there, bro. Yeah? Of course, now it's easy for her to disconnect sex from her emotions because she's a bop. She slept with all different types of guys and there was no connection there. So she's just numb. So of course, yeah, boom, she can cheat on her husband because, like, bro, yeah, she could sleep with him and she could sleep with this other guy and come back and sleep with her husband again. She don't care. The attachment's not there. But if a man and woman all they know is each other in sexually, they got a different kind of attachment. That bond is different.
No, it's
That's why
not.
back in the days. That's why back in the days that women used to get married. They were virgins, bro. That's why
It's
it's not
not
like
though.
that, bro. So
It's
they
not.
don't go off with next man.
Can I just say, as a woman, right? There's an emotional attachment and there's a sexual attachment, right? And even sometimes the sexual attachment can bring you closer with the emotional attachment, right? But sometimes when you don't have the, what's it called? Say you're just starting, right? Or like sometimes you can have, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
gather
see,
your thoughts again.
there's this movie that I was watching. Yeah, it's a true story. There's this movie I was watching, right? Woman and man are married, but the man has done a lot of things during the years that they've been married, right? That's kind of like deteriorated her love for him. Do you get what I mean? But she's still there. She's still stuck, right? In a sense, yeah, she still loves her husband because he's doing a lot of things. She's still protecting him, this and that. Yeah, that's an emotional attachment, right? But every time they come to bed and he's hugging her and touching her, right, it's kind of like he's raping her because she literally looks dead in the eyes while they're doing it. And she don't want him to even, like, he comes to kiss her and she's moving her head, right? That's now a disconnect sexually, but she still has an emotional
So
connection
you're saying that
to her husband.
I don't think she loves him no more. Is she Yeah, she don't love him no more.
No, there's still love there though. That's what you're not
No,
understanding.
it's not.
With
I
us
don't, I don't
women,
think she loves him anymore. If a woman don't want to sleep with her man no more, yeah, that's over. It's over.
but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. As
She
a
might as well
woman,
leave then. She shouldn't stick around. She should leave.
but that's you could say that for you guys. You can say that for men.
No, we
But
don't
what
see.
you
We're not
can.
listening.
If
We're
you
not
don't
the
want it, if you don't
same.
want it, then leave.
Oh my
But what I'm
god.
saying, no, but I'm saying this as an actual woman, right? As an actual woman, right? There is levels to your love to be completely deteriorated for a man, even if the sexual thing goes right. There is levels for your emotional attachment of love to completely vanish from a man, because the next day he could do something so amazing that you like, and you can be like, oh my god, this is why I loved him, remember, again, and everything's good, and then a few days later he does something else again that you're like, oh my god, he's been doing that for the last 16 years again.
But
It
what
takes
is
a
that?
level for
What is
us
the
to
point?
completely
What is the point
detach.
of what you're saying? What is the point of it?
I'm saying, what I'm saying is, yeah, like you just said, there's a standard for men, yeah, because you guys feel like you can't do it. It's not an emotional attachment, but for some women as well, yeah, there isn't an emotional attachment when they do it either. They still want their marriage, they still want their kids, they still want their family, they still want to grow, they still want to build, but they just wanted to have a different
I'm
sexual
sure there are
experience with
women that
someone
don't
else.
like get. I'm sure some women don't like getting willy, but I think as human beings, I think we're designed to reproduce and do all of them kind of things. So yeah, they again, I think you like to talk in exceptions and minorities a lot
Because
instead
I'm
of
not a
talking about what
general
happens in
human being.
general. And I think that this is the thing, yeah. Like it's never smart to just always worry about the exceptions or the minorities. Think about this. This is a bit off track, but it makes sense. Yeah, scientists of pharmaceuticals, yeah, when they create medicines such as paracetamol, yeah, and painkillers, they make these medicines and they will do trials and tests, and based on the results, they will make medicines that would cure or fix the problems for the majority of people.
Okay.
There's always going to be the exceptions or the minorities that have an adverse side effect, or they react to the medicine in a bad way, blah blah blah. But guess what the scientists and the pharmaceuticals do? They still put out the medicine because it helps the majority of people. So when we have these kind of conversations, in correlation to that, when we have these kind of conversations, and I noticed this whenever I talk to women, women always bring up these fantastical exceptions, bro. Like, but I get it, and I'm not saying you're completely wrong. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm saying that's so like such a minute probability of happening. Why are we even talking about that?
No, I get what you mean. I feel like for us, yeah, as well, as just women in general, right? There's a lot of you men with podcasts that want to speak on how they feel, women feel, and how women move, and this and that, and they want to talk as a
It's just
general. Do you
psychology.
get what I mean?
It's
But that's the
psychology.
thing, though.
I actually took psychology in uni. Like I actually
No,
studied
I find it
psychology.
very fascinating. But
Yeah,
what I'm saying
I
is,
don't just talk out of my backside, I took psychology, I did sex, marriage and family, childhood psychology, childhood development, adult development, sociology. Like I did all of those ologies, bruv. Yeah. So like and then I have a lot of life experience, personal. You know what I'm saying? So like when I say these things, it may come across as, oh, this guy thinks he knows everything, but this is coming from my own analytical mind. Like it's not like I'm just coming out with these mad things. Like, do you get what I'm
you
saying?
know,
Like,
no, I completely get you. But like you guys, like a lot of men out there have podcasts rating on general, right? And there's a lot of women that come from different walks of life. And I think like sometimes we just want you to understand that it's not always good to just generalize in a sense. There's so many different venues of women in this world. Do you get what I mean? Like
yeah,
for
but
me, right?
I
I can
acknowledge
speak.
that.
Yeah,
I
but
acknowledge
okay, let
that.
me say
But
this,
we
right? For
still
me,
talk about the
right?
majority. We like
No,
to
but
talk
can I
about
just
the
say this?
majority.
For me, right, I've met so many different people. I'm not gonna lie, I've
Yeah,
because of
so is
my
everybody.
experience. Yeah, no, but I mean like from like genuine strains of life that literally just makes you look at life and think, you know what? I might not be where I am, but I'm grateful for the shit I've got. Do you get what I mean? So for me, it's like I've been through what I've been through, right? That you could have thought, and also as a like you would say as a general. Okay, cool. I'm a child that came from care, right? Cool. Generally, people would think kids from care are this and that and all of these bad things, right? But there's a good minority that came, that are educated, that did well with their lives, that aren't sluts and skirts and all of these things.
Of
Do you get what
course.
I mean? That really
Of
did
course.
keep themselves. So, and the thing is, and it's also just another, again, of a mindset and just how people walk through different things of life that makes them have the certain perspective that they do. Do you get what I mean? Like for me, I could have gone another way and probably sat here and said, no, but I think it's all right being a skirt and doing this and women are allowed. No, because I've experienced different little parts of life. Do you get what I mean? And I'm grateful for my foster parents because they made me see the value of family. Do you get what I mean? So that really puts something in perspective for me. Like, I do want a family now. I do want kids. I do want
So
to
then
do
you
all
should
of
be
these
on my
things.
side
No, but
then.
what
What
I'm
the hell?
saying is, yeah, there's also been times I've been in the dark and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna get treated like I can let
Listen,
my
listen,
insecurities of
listen,
being
listen,
unwanted and
listen,
stuff like that play
listen.
up. And a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah, I get you.
women
But listen,
let that
at the end of
happen.
the day, listen, at the end of the day, yeah, if this is what generalization, I know you don't like it, but this is it, yeah. I think I think it's kind of easy for a woman to find a decent guy. I think it's easy. Yeah, I think that a lot of girls, women, need to reevaluate their dating requirements and their standards, and actually take a look in the mirror and be real with yourself. Am I what do I actually look like? What is my life like? What's my attitude like? What's my behavior like? Am I evenly yoked with this guy that I'm really, really chasing after? Do I deserve that? Because a lot of women talk about, I deserve this, I deserve that. Bruv, no one deserves anything, bruv. You get what you put in, fam.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, don't settle. That's a lot of women keep other women single, fam.
No,
Oh,
I
there you
agree with
go,
that. Yeah,
girl. Don't
friends. Yeah,
settle. Don't settle for let. Know your worth. Blah blah blah. Bro, guys don't even talk like that. It's only recent years guys are starting to talk about. Oh, I have standards now. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't settle for less. Yeah, don't settle for less and be single for your whole life. And that's it. And guess what's happening now? A lot of women are single, and they're getting old.
but
And
that's
and
the thing.
that's and
Yeah,
the thing is, the older you get, yeah, you will still get willy thrown at you. You will still see the willy prints and that in the grey tracksuits, but that's not commitment. That's not real. Just because a guy wants to sleep with you, that doesn't mean anything, bro. Like, so it's probably in best interest when you're in the right time of life, start to make good, sensible decisions. Don't be too superficial. I'm not saying you have to be with an ugly dude, but I'm just saying don't be too stuck on, oh, a guy has to be 6 foot flipping 10. Like, don't be so stuck on the guy has to be driving a spaceship. Do you get what I'm saying? Some guys, they may not be millionaires, but they might be doing the right thing, legitimate, doing the right thing. They work 40 hours a week. You know, they come from a stable background. You know, they want to have a family. They want to be a good man and a good father and a good husband and all of them kind of things, and get married and all of them kind of things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you might get with a guy who he may not be at the finish line yet, but he's on the right path. You might want to couple up with him while he's on the way, because when he gets to the finish line, he's gonna appreciate you even more. Like, this is the real thing. Like, I feel, and I honestly believe this, yeah. A lot of you girls that have all these horror stories of dating these bad guys and blah blah blah, is because you've dated certain type of guy, the same type of guy, over and over and over again, because he's cute, because he's tall, because he's got expendable income, he's flashing cash all over the place. Other girls are gassing you up. Oh my god, you're so lucky to have him. Blah blah blah. No, he's a scumbag, bro, and he's going to cheat on you, or he's going to treat you like crap, and that's it. The guy that you've been friend zoning is the one that the guy at work, the guy, he may not be the best looking guy, but he's a genuine nice guy. He's verified. Yeah. That might be the actual right guy for you, blood. Like, I'm just being real.
no, facts. I could actually say from watching you and all of them kind of things, I think this is the first time I've agreed for more than 10% of what you said. Sit down. I always watch it. I'm just like, oh my god, just shut up, just don't speak no more.
I
Yeah.
know you're not the
Every time
only
I
one.
watch you,
It's Yeah, but this is the thing. Like I say, and listen, I understand. I understand why a lot of women may not like what I say, or like me personally, or I hate King Richez,
No, I
bro.
can't even say I hate because I don't know you.
No, not you, not you.
Yeah.
But a lot of I see comments like, "Oh, I hate King Richez. I can't stand him." Blah blah. But the thing is, yeah, I say things in a very like provocative way. But if you actually take the feelings out of it and you just listen to what I'm saying, I'm not saying something wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? I know sometimes I can be vulgar in the way I say it, but what I'm saying actually, there's some logic to it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of times people can't get past the way I'm saying it.
I think that's what, yeah.
Because I say it to have punch in it, because I want it to be punchy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because that's how I am, innit? But like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. That's why most women that know me in real life, they'll be like, "Rah, I don't know why people don't like you, because you're actually all right."
Yeah.
But obviously, people on the internet, you only see what you see, and you don't actually get to.
Yeah, there's
that's
only
why
like
I like doing this TikTok live, so I can actually have conversation with you women, so you can see I'm not that evil guy that you don't think I am.
No, I'm actually glad I've had this with you, because like normally, honestly, when I watch it, I'm just like, why does he have such like an opinion on us women and stuff like that? And like, again, like I said, it is always on debate, so you do only see a certain thing because other people are trying to put their input. But it was genuinely great talking to you and like just seeing what your perspective is, because I do agree with the majority of what you have genuinely said. Like, yeah, you were good to chat with. Like, it was actually really good. Like at the end of the day, I'm not a person that looks at people on TV or the internet and be like, I don't like you, I don't know you, I just don't like how you're being on the internet. Do you get what I mean? Not you as a person, but you seem really cool, and I do understand your points. I do. I think now I can watch it without freaking rage bait.
Yeah. So from now on, from now on, when you watching, all you women watching, you know, I'm not trying to be evil. I just say things in a very punchy way, innit? Like in a hard hitting way. But it's not an evil thing. You get what I'm saying? It's not a pagan thing. Yeah. But I am gonna still talk the same way I talk. So I'm just saying, brace yourselves, innit?
No, that's calm. Now I understand it. I can watch it without being angry. No, you think it's a joke. Every time I watch it, I'm literally here with a zoo. Like I'm just like, I can't. It stresses me.
Yeah, nah, it's jokes. Alright, well, cool. You've been an excellent guest. Next time, call in. I'm gonna try and do these on a regular basis. I always just forget to do TikTok. I don't know why.
No,
but,
you should.
I'm gonna start doing these on the regs. So yeah, man.
No, it's great talking to you.
Alright, thank you very much and take care, yeah?
Bye.
Alright, bye.